We start our presentation and lectures on the manufacturing and morphology of non-alloy cast iron. Let us we start. This is our content for our expert lectures. Terminology of cast iron, how it is known as a cast iron, why it is known as cast iron, iron carbon diagram, definition of cast iron, phases of the iron carbon, and also manufacturing method of cast iron. Then after we are discuss about the different types of the cast iron, manufacturing method, and its microstructure and properties and application of different cast iron. So morphology, that means we discuss about the structures of the various type of the cast iron, microstructure of the various cast iron, right? So let us we start our the first topic, terminology of cast iron. Why it is known as a cast iron, right? So cast iron, generally it is the main component of carbon, silicon and impurity, right? Due to the high percentage of carbon, there is a lack of the plasticity, and due to the lack of the plasticity, it is can't be, we can be forged, roll and drawn. So what happens, whatever we need to the given the shape, our desired product, so that can be given by the casting process. Why it is casting process? Because the melting point of the cast iron is lower than the steel, right? That melting point is reduced as the carbon percentage is increased in the iron. So what is the cast iron? Cast iron, it is alloy of iron and carbon, right? So due to that, it is name is the cast iron because of the low melting point, and it is the shape is given by the casting process. Now let us we know about, everyone is aware of the iron and carbon diagram. So this is the major part. Below the 2% of carbon, it is known as a steel, and above the 2% of carbon, it is known as a cast iron, right? So there is a main, generally there is a two reaction. This is eutectic reactions and this is the eutectoid reaction. When the temperature is reached at eutectoid reaction, there is a formation of pearlite, right? So this is the basic of the steel and cast irons. Now definition of cast iron. So as per we discussed in the iron and carbon diagram, so more than the 2 to 6.6% of carbon in iron, it is known as a cast iron. This is the basic definition of cast iron. Commercially, what happens, as the percentage of carbon is increased, so what happens, hardness is increased and brittleness is also increased. So this up to this range we cannot be used as a cast iron, but commercially it is manufacturing in between the carbon percentage of 2.3 to 3.75%, and other also element we can be also added, silicon, phosphorus and manganese, right? So here we only discuss about the main part components of the cast iron is iron, silicon and carbon. Now we discuss about the phases of iron carbon. So this is the cementite. So there is it is chemically formulated. So what happened, it is there is a chemical bond in between the iron and carbon, right? And due to there is chemical bond, it is maybe a covalent bond, iron bond, like that. So it is chemically formulated. Austenite, it is the solid solution. Austenite is a interstitial type of the solid solutions, right? So this is solid solution type of the phases. Ferrite, it is also interstitial solid solution. So what happens, interstitial solid solution, there is a large atom of the iron in between small amount of the carbon and there is a large amount is iron. So in between interstices between the iron, there is a small atom of the carbon is interstice. So it is known as a solid solution, right? So it is interstitial type of the solid solution, austenite and ferrite, right? Austenite it is denoted as a gamma and ferrite it is denoted as a alpha. Perlite. Perlite it is the mechanical mixture type of the phase. It is mechanical mixture. Mechanical mixture, that means there is a form the laminar structure of the ferrite and cementite. So this is portion is cementite for example, and there is a portion is ferrite. So this kind of the structure is formed like laminar structure, right? So that laminar structure is known as a perlite. Now microstructure of austenite. Here, look here, there is a austenite. Austenite has a very large size of the grain. Look like that. There is a very large size of the grain. It has generally FCC type of the lattice structures, right? And it is unstable below the 723 degrees Celsius. That means lower critical temperature. So that austenite it is converted into the ferrite or perlite or cementite, right? So it has the maximum solubility in the iron. It is the up to the 2%, right? And it is at 1130 degrees Celsius, right? So that structure austenite it is unstable at lower temperature. So it is converted into the cementite or ferrite. Now we see the phase of the ferrite, right? So ferrite it is also the it is available at the this phase is also possible at the room temperature. It has the maximum solubility. It is the 0.025% at lower critical temperature 723 degrees Celsius, and at the room temperature it has the maximum solubility is 0.008% of the carbon, right? So ferrite it is the magnetic phase, right? So it is the ferromagnetic phase. So it is can be attacked with the magnets, right? And where is the austenite? It is the paramagnetic. That means it is not attacked with the magnet, right? Now perlite. The perlite it is, as we discussed, it is the laminar structure of the cementite and ferrite, right? So here you see there is a one of the cementite, there is a ferrite, cementite, ferrite, cementite. That perlite it is formed at Euctet-Toit reaction, and it is formed only isothermal reaction, right? Now formation of the phases, right? So what happens the formation of the phases as the austenite, this is as we discussed, it is unstable the below the 723 degrees Celsius, right? This is the low critical temperature. So whenever the temperature is reduced, there is a form the cementite, and whenever it is the temperature reach at the low critical temperature, at that point it is formed the like perlite, and there is a form the cementite like that from the austenite, and that formation it is like the butter from the buttermilk, right? So it is the precipitate, it is known as a precipitate, the cementite from the austenite. Here the what happened, there is a below the 0.8% of carbon, so there is a form the ferrite from the austenite, and at that particular temperature 723 degrees Celsius there is a form the perlite, right? So perlite it is the laminar structures, and above the this temperature there is a form the ferrite here, right? So this is basic concept for the formation of the different types of the phase from the iron carbon diagram. Now manufacturing methods of the cast iron. We have proceed to our main topics of the cast iron. So first of all, how do we manufacturing the cast iron? So generally from the mines we are getting the iron ores like that in the in this formation there is several types of the impurities is presence in the iron ores. That impurity is removed from the blast furnace, right? So that iron ore, it is mixed with the it is charged into the blast furnace with the coke, limestone, right, and other ingredients. So what will be happens from this blast furnace? There is a form the pig iron. Pig iron, it is the pure iron, right? That is we are getting from the blast furnace. So this is the pig iron, and then that pig iron, it is also charged in a cupola furnace. So what happens cupola furnace? The cupola furnace, we are the as per we decide the cooling rate and ingredients, there is a form the different types of the non-alloyed cast iron, right? So cast iron is manufacturing from the cupola furnace with the some of the ingredients. So this is the like a cupola furnace, and we are the produce the cast iron. Now types of the cast iron. Types of the cast iron. So white cast iron, right? Grey cast iron. Grey cast iron, it is also two types: pearlitic grey cast iron, ferritic grey cast iron. Ductile cast iron, it is also two types: pearlitic spheroidized graphite cast iron and also ferritic spheroidized graphite cast iron, and also the malleable cast iron. So it is the generally manufacturing from the white cast iron. So it is malleabilize the white cast iron, and we can be getting the malleable cast iron. It is also two types: pearlitic and ferritic, right? And then alloy cast iron. Fine. How to there is a form the different types of the cast iron, right? Let us via the see the PPT. Now white cast iron. White cast iron is generally what happens, whatever the cast iron is manufacturing, it is the manufacturing by using of the percentage of silicon. The percentage of silicon, it is play important role. As the percentage of silicon is increased, the cooling rate is also decrease. As the cooling rate is decreased, there is a possibility of the graphitization reaction, decomposition of cementite, it is also increase, right? So silicon, it is playing important roles. In white cast iron, the silicon percentage is less than the 1%. So very low percentage of white cast iron, low percentage of silicon in a white cast iron. So there is a cooling rate is very fast. Cooling rate is very fast. So what happened, as the temperature is reduced, at the zone 2, what happened, there is a formation is start below this temperature, eutectic temperature is austenite plus cementite. Austenite plus cementite is start. Cooling rate is very fast, right? So there is not enough time for the dissociate the carbon from the iron. So also there is a form the below the low critical temperature, the austenite is converted into the pearlite. So microstructure is like that. The pearlite plus cementite in a white cast iron. So microstructure is like that, right? So white cast iron, the morphology is like that. There is a dendritic structures of the carbon. There is a dendritic structure of the carbon. So massive of the cementite, it is very hard. Massive percentage of cementite, and cementite, it is chemical compound type of the phase. So it is very hard and brittle. So white cast iron is generally become the very hard and brittle due to the high percentage of cementite, right? So cooling is very fast because of the less silicon percentage. So there is a possibility of graphitization reaction, it is low. So there is a form the high percentage of cementite. So it is manufacturing the white cast iron. Now property of white cast iron. white cast iron, it is very hard and brittle, it is not easily machined, right? So generally due to the not easily machined, it is generally not utilized our application, desired application. So generally this is the white cast iron, it is utilized for manufacturing of mill level cast iron, right? Also it is used in a manufacturing of chilled cast iron, right? So chilled cast iron, it is generally periphery, it is white cast iron, and inner side it is grey cast iron, so it is known as a chilled cast iron. So this kind of the cast iron is generally used where the wear resistance is high required. Now grey cast iron. Now grey cast iron has the silicon percentage is very high, right? It is above the 1% of, right? So what happen at the second zone, whenever the temperature is falling, right? So at the zone 2, what happened, there is a whatever the liquid is converted into the it is converted into the graphite flake, right? Because there is enough time, due to the presence of the silicon, there is enough time for the graphitization reaction. So what happened, the cementite is decomposed into the graphite flake. It is composed in the graphite flake, and there is a moderate speed of the cooling, right? As we are controlling the speed of the cooling, but there is a moderate speed, that means it is up to some level of the high of the cooling speed. So what happened, whatever the remaining the austenite, it is can't convert into the decompose into the graphite flake. So what happened, the final structure is become the pearlite into graphite flake. So whatever the phases is formed, it is the pearlite and graphite flake due to the moderate cooling rate. If we are the reduce the cooling rate, so what happened, there is a form the austenite plus graphite flake, and again we are the reduce the cooling rate. So what happened, the austenite, whenever it is convert into the two solid ferrite and cementite, that cementite, it is also decomposed. That cementite is also decomposed due to this very slow cooling rate into the graphite flake as a carbon. So there is a form, the microstructure is ferrite plus graphite flake, like that. So graphite flake, it is like that. The flake is produced in a grey cast iron, right, in the matrix of the pearlitic, and there is a formation of the ferrite in a matrix of the, there is a formation of the graphite flake in the matrix of the ferritic grey cast iron. So there is a two types of the grey cast iron is manufacturing, white pearlitic matrix grey cast iron and the ferritic matrix grey cast iron, due to the very slow cooling rate and presence of the silicon, as we discussed. So this is pearlitic matrix grey cast iron. The pearlite is shown in a grey color, and ferritic matrix grey cast iron, the ferrite, it is shown as a like white color. So there is a presence of the graphite flakes, that is the decomposition of the cementite. Now we discuss the what is the graphite flake influence of the structures. So graphite flake with the pearlitic matrix, it is high strength is provided, and ferritic matrix, it is low strength, because the pearlite matrix, pearlite, it is has the high toughness properties compared to the ferrite. So ultimately it has the high strength in pearlitic matrix. Now length of the graphite flake. The graphite flake, it is range is 0.01 to 1 mm, right? So as the length is increased, the graphite flake, it is seriously interrupt the continuity of matrix. So what happens, the continuity matrix is disturbed. That's why the strength and ductility of the gray cast iron is reduced because of the large size of the graphite flank. So what we need to do, the graphite flank size is reduced by using of the inoculant. So inoculant agent is titanium, zirconium, silicon carbide. Also we can be added for the improving the property of the gray cast iron. Now application of gray cast iron, the properties of gray cast iron, the low shrinkage. Due to the low shrinkage, it is good castable and for the consumer product, and it is utilized for the clutch brake, brake drum, cylinder, piston, engine frame for the manufacturing. Excellent damping capacity, so it is utilized for the bed and base of the many types of the machine tools, and it has the excellent machinability, so it is very useful for the situation where the no tensile strength is required, because the tensile strength is lower compared to the steel, right? So now we discuss about the malleable cast iron. This is the malleable cast iron. The malleable cast iron is manufacturing from the white cast iron. So this is white cast iron. So white cast iron, whenever the aniline, right? So aniline, it is the zone 2, right? Zone 2, that means it is the white cast iron is heated up to the 800 to 900 degrees Celsius, and it is hold for particular time. So it is that white cast iron is converted into the malleable cast iron. So what happen, the whatever the carbon is formed, it is in form of the cluster of carbon, and it has the irregular shape like that, irregular shape of the cluster of carbon, like not a particular shape of the carbon, right? So this is known as a temper graphite, right? So moderate, so whenever we have the fast cooling rate, right? So what happen, there is a form the austenite plus temper graphite, and due to the fast cooling rate, the perlite, it is perlite के अंदर जो cementite है, it is not converted into the temper graphite. So there is a form the austenite is converted into the perlite, right? If we are the slow down the cooling rate, right? So what happen, that perlite, it is also decompose in the, so what is the perlite? Perlite, it is the it is combination of the ferrite and cementite, and whatever the cementite is present in the perlite, it is also decomposed, and decompose, it is from the iron and temper graphite. This is the carbon, right? So there is a form the irregular shape of the type of the graphite, right? So there is a form the ferrite and temper graphite, because perlite, because the perlite, that is the combination of ferrite and cementite, and that cementite is decomposed. So this is microstructures. So perlitic matrix, gray cast iron, it is like that, right? So there is some amount of the ferrite is also present because of the incomplete ferritizing of the annealing process. This is ferritic matrix gray cast iron. It is completely ferritized. So there is a form the like cluster of the carbon. It is known as temper graphite, right? Also this is a perlitic matrix like that. That is formed due to the decomposition of cementite. Now, white cast iron, it is the very hard and brittle. It is not generally, as we discussed, it is not generally used for our application. So we can be manufactured from the white cast iron. It is malleable cast iron, right? It is from manufacturing from the annealing process. So it is like that, and there is a form the cluster of graphite. Now property, the malleable, that means it is roll and hammer. That means we can be draw into the sheet, right? सो वी कैन बी सीट हम बना सकते हैं उसका, राइट. सो इट इज़ द जनरली एप्लीकेशन भी लाइक दैट वी आर दी यूटिलाइज इन ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री वेयर वी रिक्वायर दी सीट मेटालिक materials, right. So good wear resistance as the cast iron property, vibration damping it is also cast iron property. So malleable cast iron it is one additional the property is roll and it can be hammered. It is used in as we discussed automobile industry because it is drawn into the seats, railroad, agriculture application, gear case and conveyor chain link we can be also manufacturing from the malleable cast iron. Now we discuss about the ductile cast iron. Ductile cast iron it is known as a SD cast iron. SD cast iron that means it is spheroidal graphite cast iron. There is a formation of the graphite, it is in form of the regular shape, nodular like regular shape, circular akar shape, right. So that circular akar shape it is known as a spheroidal graphite, right. So that spheroidal graphite it can be manufacturing from the as per we control as the control the cooling rate moderate and slow. There is they play the important roles of the desulfurization process, right. So as we desulfurize the cast iron, so in the presence of the magnesium or cerium, in the presence of the magnesium or cerium, the cast iron is desulfurized, and due to the desulfurization there is a formation of the this kind of the ductile cast iron, right. So ductile cast iron it is generally two types. Austenite it is spheroidal graphite, and there is a due to the low moderate cooling rate there is a form the perlite and spheroidal graphite. As we reduce the cooling rate, so what will be happen, the cementite is also decomposed and there is a form the ferrite and spheroidal graphite, right. So there is a microstructure is like that. This is perlitic ductile cast iron and this is ferritic ductile cast iron is manufacturing, right. So this is ferritic metric cast iron, right. So this is ferrite and this is the ductile nodular graphite. This is perlitic matrix, right. So there is a due to the presence of the manganese or cerium, it is the form the there is a nodular shape of the cast iron and it has the very high ductility, so it is known as a ductile cast iron. Generally what happen, the sulfur, if the cast iron in the presence of the sulfur presence in the cast iron, so cast form the ferrous sulfide. That ferrous sulfide it has the very low melting point. Due to the very low melting point, it is the whenever the cast iron is heated at elevated temperature, there is a formation of the hot cracking, right, because of the ferrous sulfide as a low melting point. So what happens, we need to remove the sulfur from the cast iron, right. So we are utilize the manganese or cerium. So sulfur we need to remove, and that's why in the presence of magnesium or cerium there is a form the ductile cast iron. So there is a form the cluster of the graphites in a spherical shape, so it is known as a nodular cast iron and it has high ductility, so it is known as the ductile cast iron. There is important points, it is not a steel, it is cast iron, but it has very high tensile strength and ductility, right. So there is also addition the properties high strength and ductility in the cast iron by using of the ductile cast iron. So what is the property, it has the cast iron property, it is hardness is high, ultimate tensile strength is also high, so and structure is it is the perlite, ferrite and nodular graphite side. So due to the high ductility and toughness, it is utilized for the punch making, metal working rolls, die and gear also we can be manufacturing from the ductile cast iron, right? This is overview of the manufacturing process, right? So there is a presence of the sulfur, there is a formation, there is a presence of the magnesium or the cerium, there is a produce the ductile cast iron, and there is we control the cooling rate, and presence of the silicon, there is a produce the different types of the cast iron, white cast iron, grey cast iron or ferrite cast iron, and that white cast iron it is utilized for the manufacturing of mill level cast iron. If you have any doubt, then please ask me.